How's it going? It's Rocky. Welcome to week 14 of our trading journey. It is the first week of the second quarter in the year 2024. There are two topics I want to talk about today. First one is the payout. Did I get approved for my payout? And the second topic is our performance for this week. And before we get started, just a quick disclaimer. This is for informational and entertainment purposes only and should not be relied upon as a basis for investment decisions. So on the ATF website, there is a request payout tab. And on this tab, when you have met the requirements for it, which is essentially trading for at least 10 days and hitting the threshold, then you are able to request a withdrawal. And you can see here with our PA, which had a suffix of 17, we were able to make a request for $1,000. I was actually allowed to request for $1,500, but I wanted to leave some buffer on my account, so I only requested $1,000. I was being hopeful, but unfortunately, if you were following how I did this week, yesterday, which was Thursday, it was pretty bad on my performance, and I ended up blowing up this account, which is unfortunate, but we're still left with 6 PAs. So just like the first account that I had back in September, I was able to request in day 20 and also blew it subsequently. So I'm hoping the next 6 PAs that we do have will have a better payout from that. Just wanted to show how these payouts work. If you are curious who has been being paid out, or if you're on the fence for funding firms, right, you want to see the performance. So with Apex Trader Funding, if you go all the way to the bottom of the website, there is a link there that's called Payouts. And on this payouts, once you click on it, it'll show you all the payouts. So I've already opened that window, and this is the payout section. All right, so on this page, you'll be able to see essentially, when they were approved, their name, and how much they were able to withdraw. And looking down on this list, these are for April 1st, and we're already on page 24. If you go all the way to page number 1, you can see that these were the approvals for April 5th. So you can request for a withdrawal between April 1st and April 5th. And on page 24, this is actually where my name is. Scroll up to the top there. You'll be able to see that I have that one single payout right here for $8,000. Again, it's not much, but there's the proof of the payout. So I'm pretty excited about that. And I'm hoping we can have more payouts as we go along, and hopefully not much of a meltdown like I had yesterday. So now our second topic is our actual performance this week. And I post this on YouTube if you want to follow along with my comments. And, send me some positive vibes or constructive criticism. I'm always up for it. On the first day on Monday, about $70, which is not bad. And then on second day, it was a little better at $162.60. And then we got to our third day, which is even better. We were at $234.80 across 6 PA at this point. And then on Thursday, we finally got to 7 PAs, but unfortunately, it was pretty rough. I got caught on one of my trades, and it wasn't that I was keeping my losers longer. It hit my max risk almost 3 times. So I was just wrong 3 times, and I paid for it 3 times. So I need to adjust my strategy a little bit there. Maybe after 2 losses, I just need to call it a day, or maybe even after 1 loss, I need to call it a day. But in the past, I've allowed myself to lose my max risk, which is $300 for that one trade. And I've been able to recover it, or a partial of it, on other days. Yesterday, it was just one of those days that 3 trades in a row were all max risk, and that's the reason why I lost my PA, which only had roughly about $900 on drawdown on it. And that was the unfortunate part. Of course, I ended up trading my remaining evals after this blow up as well, just because I was emotional. I just lost those evals also, but that's okay. I picked myself up. I went back and tried to analyze my trades, see where I went wrong, watch some movies, swing some golf clubs to get my stress out. And I was able to get myself back today with a lot of sleep. And you can see here, we only have just 6 PAs, and across 6 PAs, able to recover the account. We could recover about 2,000 on the account. It still weighs out more because if you look here, all of these PAs are still under the start of 25,000. So that's something that I'm going to need to focus on next week. The important part here is the drawdown. So with the drawdown with Apex, a lot of people don't like it. I personally don't like it also, but I've learned to adapt to it. So essentially, these are all my PAs, and the important part right here is the distance to drawdown. So when you start the account, you have a drawdown of 1,500, and that drawdown will always trail your unrealized profit. So after a blow up yesterday, all of these values were around $500. So thankfully, I was able to increase the drawdown to about $900. So one suggestion or tip, I guess I could say, when you're trading the Apex, don't focus so much on getting to the profit. Focus on maintaining this drawdown, because once that gets to zero, then you fail, right? So what's great about the drawdown is it does stop eventually. So when the account is at 26,000, or at least for this one, when it's at 26,600, then it will stop at 25,100. So that's where my PA was at payout. So I was pretty excited on it, but unfortunately I blew it up. For this one, I'm gonna take it easy, get us first to above break even next week, and then hopefully after that, then we should do a lot better. And also, I always bring up this Excel sheet because this is what keeps me sane when I'm looking at my progress. This is week 14. You can see on this one, as I mentioned, I did make a withdrawal of $1,000. Our performance for the week is negative $3,440, which is pretty rough if you think about it. We go to the right here, you can see how that one day really ruined a lot of the progress. But the one thing though is it's a little confusing because in reality, I'm not losing the money, right? I only lose the money when I lose the account. So the numbers are a little skewed. You can see here with PA 17, we had $104.50 left on the account, but that's when we blew it up. And since I lost that account, I changed that value to 0. But more or less, it's a good way for me to measure how I'm doing. But right now, the idea is, if you can see this last 6 PAs I have, they're all at negative PL. So the goal is to get that to 0, and then hopefully forward and onward, like someone has commented on my YouTube, to shout out to Abundance Protocol. Forward and onward, and hopefully we're profitable next week and be eligible for withdrawal again on the next payout period, which is the 15th to the 20th. Yep, that is my content this week. Hopefully you enjoyed what you saw. If you didn't, give me another chance, and hopefully you like my content on the next one. All right, have a good one.